It's now up. So dab maybe some music. Maybe make some music. He said dab maybe make some music. Yes, sir.
I don't see it
Maybe
yet.
a beat search or some.
Should do that one that I sent you.
Yo, Caden's already here. Damn. All right. Fuck.
Damn, what?
Goddamn. He was here in a heartbeat. Goddamn. Goddamn. But yeah, Caden, we're hanging out. Me and the boy Willie are hanging. We're hanging out. I don't know. I'm just chilling, really. I'm just kind of hanging out and chilling. But yeah, I was hanging out with Willie on the stream earlier. This wasn't anybody in here, so I just kind of exited it. But
We
you know,
had to talk a little graphic information.
yeah. We were speaking about the Willie Hunt Jr. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, we were talking about the real Weenie Hunt Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about parking our Lamborghini in the garage. You know what I'm saying? Um,
With a member.
yeah. And you know, you know, we was talking about other things, including into that whole situation. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
Willie learned some things about me today
Yeah.
that he may not have
Bro
wanted
got,
to
bro got some
learn.
rain.
Bro, I'm just saying this. If I have the opportunity to use the Riz, right? If the chick's into the same shit as I am, I could Riz that shit up so fast.
Hell yeah.
I'm like the Rizzler. Turn me into the fucking the Princess Frog dude.
Princess Frog, dude.
Yeah, the frog guy, the little princess frog guy, little frog
Little
man.
Princess Frog guy.
Turn me into little frog man. You know what's funny? Like people think that that's like, okay, I'm gonna do something real quick. So people think this is my natural resting voice. This is not even close to my natural resting voice. This is like a voice that I make so people can understand what the fuck I'm saying. Okay? In all reality, my voice sits like right here, like way the fuck down here.
Type shit.
And it's because like 90% of the time people can't understand shit that I say like at work and shit. So like I think and expect people on stream to not understand what the fuck I'm saying when I talk normal. So I'm like half the time I'm like, "Oh, hi guys. Hi, how you
My
doing?"
Zuko, how are you doing?
type shit. But fucking like I was at work today and I was like, I wasn't really feeling like, being the sociable type because obviously I was like, trying to get shit done.
Mm.
And I'd walk past people and be like, "Yo, what's up?" And they'd like look at me weird and then they like kind of go back to what they're doing. And I was like, I'd walk past them again and
Yo.
they'd be like, "What's up, Johnny?" I'm like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Why does your voice sound like that? Are you sick?" I'm like, "No, I'm just speaking normally. I'm not using my customer service voice. This is my regular speaking voice." They're like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah." They're like, people think that my music is me trying to speak deeply. Nah, fam. I'm just speaking.
This is me speaking.
This is me speaking. Literally, I don't have to try to make my voice this deep. It's just this deep.
No auto tune. Pure voice.
I'm just saying, it's just well spoken. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well
I
spoken.
I
Yes.
have I have that shit in me. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't. I don't understand people that are like, "Oh, you're faking it. You're faking it." Like, dude, why the fuck would I fake my own voice? First
I
off,
mean, I understand like DDG and like how he talks and shit.
he like dude. He talk like dude. You know that
He talk way
motherfucker
down like
trying to
this, but
sound
like on the
tough.
stream, he like way the hell up here.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you are not tough, motherfucker. I bet you $100 that if I walked up to you and I pointed a gun at your forehead, your bitch ass would crumple and cry on the fucking floor.
Right.
You pulled a gun and pointed it at me, I would say, motherfucker, you best be knowing how to use that bitch, because if you don't shoot me in less than 5 seconds, I'm about to knock your fucking shit out. You know
For
what I mean?
real, bro. Like there
Motherfucker,
was
you
this
pull that gun, you best be intending to fucking shoot my ass and kill me. If you don't kill me, motherfucker, you done fucked up.
yeah, like so there was this guy. Uh, so I walk around Q Town all the time, and I was
Mhm.
walking through this guy's yard.
Let's get a rip in, because I
You-
promised Caden we were going to be
you know,
smoking
and
this stream. Let's get this.
anyway, I was walking through this guy's yard, for like a little like shortcut, and this guy yelled at me like, "Hey, get the fuck out my yard!" Like, "Hey, I'm just walking through, man. Calm down." Then he goes in his house, grabs a shotgun, and then he comes back out, and I see the shotgun. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I walk up to him, and say, "Hey, you gonna fucking shoot me?" And so I fucking grab the barrel, put it to my head, and I put it to my chest. I'm like, "Hey, shoot me, shoot me." I'm like, "No, thank you." She's like, "Why?" Exactly, and I just kept on walking. Like, bro, if you're gonna kill me, do it, bro. Like, seriously, I ain't got
If you
nothing
got the
here to live
balls to
for.
pull it, you better have the balls to pull the trigger, bro.
Exactly.
That's all I've got to fucking say. My grandpa literally told me some shit when I was a kid, and it kind of stuck with me. A motherfucker that can pull a gun, right, is just as coward as a man that will run away from you, right?
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, you've also got to think some of those people are not cowards, right?
Mhm.
And they will shoot you. But 90% of the people that carry a gun carry the gun because the gun looks scary. It's not because they're going to use it. It's because it looks scary. You know what I mean? If I pull a fucking 44 or a fucking 45 handgun out of my waistband and I point it at your forehead, you're going to do what I tell you to fucking do. Especially if it's loaded. You're going to be like, oh, you're going to be fucking mentally shitting yourself and maybe physically shitting yourself, right? And then obviously you're going to be fucking obviously complying to whatever the fuck I say at that moment. You know what I mean?
For fucking 44 Magnum.
The thing is, people don't expect you to literally look at them in the eyeball and say, you better pull that trigger or you're getting your fucking shit rocked. They're not expecting that.
Mhm.
If I look at you straight in your eyes while you're pointing a gun in my face and I say, if you pull that gun, you best intend to use it, and it kind of throws your head for a spin for a minute, right? And you don't have the balls to pull the trigger when I say that, I know for a fact you ain't going to pull the trigger.
Mhm.
At that point in time, if you would have killed me, you would have already done it.
Mhm.
That's all I've got to say. That's how you weed the pussies out. If you
period.
say something like that, like a snarky ass line of like motherfucker, put the gun away. You ain't gonna shoot me. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. And they don't shoot you or shoot near you, right? Obviously, they're not intending to use it. They're intending to scare you away with it. They don't intend to use it.
Mhm.
And then there's people that are like, oh, my handgun's all pretty. Like, it looks all nice and ornate and shit. Like, I understand, like, having a nice pistol and shit. You know what I mean? I understand it. Like, having an engraved pistol is cool as fuck. I used to have one as a kid that I used to use, a little fucking revolver 22. It was fucking sick. It was nickel plated, had gold, like, not gold, brass inlays and shit in it. It was fucking awesome. My grandpa got it for me for Christmas. I don't know what happened to it. It wasn't his gun safe. Could still be in there. It could have got fucked up in the fire. I don't know, because there was a fire at his residence after he died. But anyway, it's cool to have that kind of shit, but at the same time, like, if you don't shoot your gun, you don't pull it out for any other reason than to just flash it in someone's face to scare them, then why the fuck have it engraved and shit? To look fancy? You know what I mean? Mine was engraved for the pure purpose that it was a gift. It was given to me by my grandpa. Dude was like, hey man, you know, you're getting old enough to where you go hunting with me a lot more often than not. And I feel like it's okay to give you your first little sidearm, your first little 22 pistol to take with you, just in case there's a snake and you want to shoot the snake. You know what I mean? Or maybe there's a rabbit and you want to shoot it and clean it, take it home, fucking eat it. You know what I mean? That's how my grandpa was. He's like, if you see an animal and you shoot it and clean it and bring it back to the house, I'll cook it for you.
You don't just go out and
That
shoot it just for the fun of it. I mean, I'm
well,
like, yeah,
not a
snake,
deer. I mean,
but
you're obviously not supposed
yeah.
to shoot the deer. He was like, if you shoot my deer, I'll kill you. He's like, but if you can shoot anything else that moves, fucking shoot it. Cause like squirrels, you know what I mean? They're good to eat. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've had squirrel a lot growing up. It is fucking good. It tastes like chicken, but a little bit nutty taste. It tastes so good. Same with rabbit. I could eat rabbit like it's fucking falling out of my ears, dude.
Not gonna lie, bro. I've tried with it. I don't like it.
I love it, man.
I don't know what it is about
Oh
it.
my
It's
god.
not.
It's the grass taste. A lot of people don't like the grass taste of wild rabbit because that's what they eat is grass. A lot of them are like mostly grass fed. A lot of them sometimes might eat some like, maybe some crop from a field once in a while.
Yeah, like
But other than that, it's grass. We got a song called I Hate Rabbits. Really? No fucking shot. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to come to one of your shows, Caden, for sure. I don't know when your next show is, but you should totally let me know so I can get the day off of work.
Live stream that bitch and
I'll come out and I'll see y'all fucking live for sure. Friday night? Where at? Where at? I am off Friday night. Where at?
Okay, do you have any subscriber, buddy?
Last show? What? Last show? Chainsaw Cat? Okay. I'll see if I can get there, bro. Do you know what time you're gonna start on stage and shit, so I know what time to be there and shit? Cause I want to show up like a little bit of time before y'all go on stage and shit too. You know what I mean? And chill for a little while.
Maybe
You'll swoop me up for sure, bro. I'll go with you. Fuck yeah, I'll go with you. I don't give a shit, bro. We'll go fucking tear shit up.
Can you live stream it?
I can live stream it from my phone. I don't want to take away from Caden's content though, because Caden does have a band and shit, and they do make their own videos and such of the concerts. So I don't want to take away from his viewership. That's not what I want. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got 2 phones, so I can.
Do I record? Do you record? No, we ain't worried about it. You ain't worried about it, bro? Are you sure? Like, I don't like taking people's shit, bro. More footage, the better. Okay. If you insist, I will live stream it. I don't care.
Little, edit out of it.
I just have to make sure my phone is completely charged before we leave, because it kind of likes to die really quickly when I'm doing it.
Take a battery pack with you, man.
All right, we'll do it for sure, Caden. We'll live stream the fuck out of it, and we'll have it up because, believe it or not, about 90% of my viewership comes from the mid US, where a lot of like really heavy metal shit is really popular. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, you might honestly get some more fans out of it, man. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I don't really know what the fuck.
Keyboards.
So, yeah, like Willie, for example, he's from the mid US. So,
Type shit.
So it's like literally like my entire group of people that watch are mostly from the mid US. So it's like, damn, okay, like get a little bit of fans over there too, and then maybe they spread your music around, maybe, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I honestly like I make a song, it gets like 200 views and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, Adrenaline, when it got up to like 300, dude, I woke up the next day after Adrenaline got posted and it was at 300 views and I about shit myself. Because I posted it at like I think it was midnight. Near midnight, I posted Adrenaline. Like, we stayed up literally all night. We posted it on stream and everything. And in the first 24 hours, it had 302 views. And I about shit myself. I legitimately about shit myself. Or actually, the first
Yeah.
12 hours. Sorry, because I was on my break at work and I hadn't even checked my channel in the morning because I was running late. And I literally got to work, looked at the viewer of it, like the view count, and I literally almost shit myself. I'm not even shitting you. I was sitting at work, and yeah, you'll be my
What's it at?
roadie and or groupie. I don't know about the groupie part, but I'll be your roadie.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you want a little kiss goodnight from the homies, I got my socks on, bro. See, look, it's never gay if you have socks on. I got socks on.
I got socks on too.
You know, unless there's penetration happening or sucking happening, then it's kind of gay. You know, just a little bit. I kind of draw the line at that. You know what I mean? A little kiss on the cheek, maybe a little kiss on the lips. If you're feeling a little spicy, isn't too bad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing it for the bit, you know, fuck it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. One of my best friends, that I've been friends with just about as long as Caden. I think me and him met like little time after Caden, after I moved away from where Caden was living at the time. And literally we met at school and we hung out a shit ton, right? And we probably hung out till I was probably in like, I'm gonna say like 6th or 7th grade when I left the state completely. But there was like certain times where we would like sit there and be like saying some like if you were talking out in public, right? You would not say 90% of the shit me and him would say out in public together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like he would say like he'd look at me and be like, he's like, "How does my ass look in these?" And I'd be like, "Fucking gorgeous." You know what I mean? Like, cause he'd be shopping for clothes or something. You know what I mean? He'd be like, "How's my ass look?" He'd like say it all funny. You know what I mean? Like stupid funny. You know what I mean? Be like, "How's my ass look?" And he'd like bend over, kind of stupid, and I'd be like, "Oh, hon, it looks fucking beautiful in those." You know what I mean? Like stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Like just dumb, stupid shit. That's just kind of my fucking my type of shit. You know what I mean? If you take life so seriously that a little funny ass joke like that gets you uptight, then you need to loosen the fuck up. Okay? Loosen the fuck up. Get the fucking panties at your damn ass cheeks and live life a little bit. Okay? Get the stick out from inside of your asshole. Place it on the ground where it's supposed to be and live life to the fullest instead of living like a tight ass.
Mm-hmm. Straight up facts, bro. Fuck. That hurt. Oh shit.
Like,
Bro, I need more Hot Wheels.
I'm not even joking. Y'all are gonna be like, if it comes to a point where I'm in like interviews or something, like this is no bullshit. It's like something I think about a lot because I'm like one of those people. I'm like, I have like not social anxiety, but I have social awkwardness, right? So it's like when I'm talking to a person I don't know what the fuck to say. But if it's an interview and they're asking me questions, it would be better off. You know what I mean? But like, if I'm chilling there, right, and they ask me a question, right, and I'm in that mood of just like, kind of the tisms a little bit taking over. All right, see you later, bro. Have a good day.
Deuces.
Deuces, brother. Have a great one. Have a great one, mate. But if I'm like, I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck. God damn it. See that's what I'm saying.
Having the tisms during interview.
Oh yeah. So I'm just saying if I was in an interview with like Nardwar or some shit, like, cause I always think of Nardwar first off, cause like bro is a legend. I would kill to have a fucking interview with Nardwar. Like that is like a fucking dream of mine. I'm hoping and praying to God, cause bro is getting a little old. I don't know exactly how old Nardwar is.
He's like 50 something.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's getting pretty old. He's not like to the point where it's like risky on health, but like I'm hoping and praying that he's still doing interviews by the time I get big. if I ever do.
That'd be,
You know what I mean? I'm hoping and praying he still does, because I'd be hitting him up like, hey, I will definitely do an interview with you. I fucking love your work. Please, please come and interview me. You know what I mean? Because, like, he has, like, that interview attitude where it's, like, it's not, like, trying to poke and prod for shit, because he already knows. He's just asking you about the things that he knows about.
he's 6 years old.
You know what I mean? Like, he's like, he'll say a word. Like, this is what fucking got me fucking good. He starts talking to Denzel Curry. Just literally looks at him and goes, Chauncey? And he goes, you know bros from my block? Oh, hell no. He stands up and walks out of the room, bro. Like,
Yeah.
bro knew who his homies were. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, what? No. And he, like, stood up and walked out. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, you fat? You fat? But, dude.
I like his interviews with Tyler, the Creator.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, actually. If you've ever watched a Tyler, the Creator interview, right, where he says some out-of-pocket shit, that's probably going to be me if I have a Tistic episode that day.
Yeah. I like the one where...
Which is most likely going to happen, because I'm going to be honest with you, when I get excited, the tism flares up. Because, obviously, excitement equals monkey brain, and monkey brain equals the tism.
Mm-hmm. I like the interview when... You know, he's talking to Tyler, and he asked him, "What do you think about a stuffed animal of you?" Like, nah.
Oh, he's like, nah, man. My fans would
it,
probably,
fuck it.
cut a hole in it and fuck it. I think the funniest one that I think, like when I was watching those and shit like that, my favorite part was when he was talking to Tyler and he goes like I can't remember what he's doing, but he's standing there and he says something about like I think it's the same episode where he's like you know, you cut the hole in it and fuck it thing.
Yeah.
But he was like I guess he was like putting a doll back on the shelf or something. I don't know, and he like kind of tripped over himself a little bit and he like fell against the shelf and he's like, "Oh." He's like, Nardwar, quit being naughty. And he puts all this shit back up. He's like, I'm sorry, Nardwar, you got me feeling something.
Nardwar was like fixing his pants or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. He's like, oh, dang, Nardwar.
Crazy guy.
I fucking love Tyler, the Creator. I love his attitude in life. It's like, he has like that whole attitude of like, yeah, he wants to be serious in certain times, but like he knows that like life is supposed to be lived to the fullest instead of being a fucking uptight asshole. Just be the guy that you want to be instead of being what you think everybody wants you to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, oh, I need to be this fucking tough guy to be a fucking rapper. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. Okay? First off, fuck that attitude. That's stupid. Why do you need to be a tough guy to be a rapper? I get like back in the day it started out that way, but times change and so does music.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it works. Like there's new genres of music being created every fucking like 5 years now. You know what I mean? There's so many different subgenres of rap now that you could literally be a rapper and have a completely different sound than the dude that's supposed to be a rapper that's right there. Like, for example, Future, if you compare his style of rap to, like, let's say, Eminem, completely different rap styles, but they're both rappers. You know what I mean? It's like... Huh?
I'm seeing if I have any Baja Blast left. If I have them, I'm taking it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. But yeah, I was fucking,
No, it's all gone.
I was watching this episode of, this Nardwar fucking interview where he was interviewing Lil Uzi Vert, and it was like I can't remember exactly what he said. I think he says like Guns Garcia or some shit like that,
Yep,
and
yep,
Lil
yep,
Uzi
Guns
Vert
Garcia.
just fucking what?
It was Guns Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah, Guns Garcia. It was his original name. I'm pretty sure either that or it was like a name of one of his friends. I can't remember, but like he literally
Yeah,
looks
like,
at him like, "How the fuck you know that? You the Fed? How do you know that?"
hmm
What Kanye do? And he just like runs out of the room.
I like ski masks. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "What's your name?" Beyonce.
No, he'll say, it's the way he says. He goes, "Who are you?" I'm that beautiful motherfucker, aka Beyonce, aka Steal Your Bitch, aka Big Ski Master Slum God. He's like,
Yeah.
Ski Master Slum God, welcome to, you know what I mean, like whatever they're at. And he's like, thank you, Nardwar. You know what I mean, like talking to Nardwar and shit.
Yeah.
But he's like a really big fan of Nardwar as well. Like he's like one of those people that every time Nardwar asks him for an interview, he says yes every time because obviously he loves his interviews. Like he has mentioned that to him multiple times too. He's like, dude, X, if he was here and he got an interview from you, holy fuck, his life would be complete.
Crazy.
Like honestly, there was a time where people were like, oh, I feel sorry for Trippie Redd. You know what I mean? Like he had 2 friends die. Motherfucker, fuck you.
He's the fucking goat. I mean, he's had
Ski Mask the Slump God was friends with both Juice World and X way more than Trippie was. Way more.
Yeah, Tripp did a few features and like that's it.
Yeah, like they were friends, you know what I mean? Like they weren't like close friends, but they were friends, you know what I mean? But like Juice World and Ski Mask were like best friends. If you saw Ski Mask, 90% of the time, you saw Juice World. You know what I mean? And it went both ways, you know what I mean? And back in the early career of X, if you saw X, Ski Mask was somewhere around. You know what I mean? Like they were fucking friends, you know what I mean? Like legitimate friends.
So
Like literally Ski Mask and X met in prison. Not in prison, but in jail.
yeah.
They met in jail and got out at the same time, and they went out and was fucking making music and shit, and they X's fucking mugshot went viral, so he used it for his first fucking album. His mugshot picture as his first album cover. So it fucking blew the fuck up. And yeah, he just gained fame super quickly off it.
Have you heard? Have you seen X's No Jumper interview?
I don't think so.
Well, he talks about how him and Ski met. So basically, so there was this gay guy, and he was in Ski's cell. You know, he was acting kind of weird. Ski panicked, said, "Hey, get me out of here!" And so he put him in X's room, and he told the guards, said, "Hey, if he does any weird shit, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him." And a few days go past, they're minding their own business. X comes back from the shower. He puts on his jumpsuit like around his waist, and then he started like staring at him and shit, and said, "Bro, you gotta stop staring at me." And so then he ends up painting him on the ground and everything, and bloodies him up, and then that's kind of how they had their kind of like meet and greet type of thing, because they had to do like a interview kind of thing to get both sides of the story.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like Ski even mentions at some point, he's like yeah, we weren't really like necessarily friends at first, we were just kind of thrown in the same cell together. He's like and then after a while we started like sitting there like, and I just like start be beating on stuff, and he starts like fucking spitting some shit to it, so we just like sit there and like kind of like beatbox. He's like, but just using like the fucking toilet and shit is like fucking like bass hits and shit. He's like, and just like slapping our hands on the walls and shit. He's like, we were just sitting there fucking freestyling one day, and X had some fucking paper and a pencil, so we just started writing some shit, and we fucking came up with a few songs and shit while we were in fucking jail. And he's like, and actually the song "Look at Me" was made like while we were in jail, we were thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
It's like that song was made in a jail cell.
I'm pretty sure their first song together was Freddy versus Jason. It's honestly a pretty good song.
It is a pretty good song.
Yeah, they rapped that song to a police officer to get out of a ticket.
There was a fucking rapper, I can't remember who it was, but they got pulled over one time. There was a whole thing about it, like it was a whole thing back in the day. They got pulled over, and the cop like basically let him off easy. Was gonna let him off easy basically. And when they went to pull off, I guess they like said something fucked up to the cop or some shit as they were pulling off. Like, yeah, fuck you, I pay your wages or some shit like that. And went to drive off, and the cop like pulled him over again and was trying to harass him basically. It was like all over the news. So he was like it wasn't like a big celebrity. It was a small time celebrity in like the area I lived in, I'm pretty sure. But it was like anyway, they tried to basically like tell the cop like, hey, you're being aggressive with us, blah blah blah. And like the video was made from his phone, you know what I mean? Like he was just basically like recording what he was experiencing with the cop, because he has like bad experiences with cops. And I mean, obviously it didn't help his case because he said some fucked up shit to the cop, but like at the same time, like a police officer should have a level enough head to where shit like that shouldn't bother him. You know what I mean? In my opinion, if you're a cop, you should be a stone-faced motherfucker. You know what I mean? If somebody says something to you, you should be able to brush that shit off like it's dust, dude. And fucking sit there and be like, anything else you'd like to say to incriminate yourself any further? And if they keep going off, just keep calm and demeanor. Fuck them. Let them go off on their nonsense. You know what I mean? Be like, are you done spouting off your nonsense now? That's another 5 or 6 counts I've got on you. Do you want to just keep talking and get yourself even more? Or do you want to just stop while you're ahead so you don't get any more charges? You know what I mean? Like threatening a police officer type shit is fucking stupid. Like, why the fuck would you even threaten a police officer? That's stupid. The dude has a gun on him 90% of the fucking time, unless he's off duty, obviously. And that's the 10% of the time. And even then, most of them carry a gun when they're off duty. So, like, even then, about 100% of the time, they have their gun on them. So if you walk up on a cop and you start threatening them, you're basically threatening your life at that point. Because, like, I understand that, like, at certain points, you have, like, I don't know, like, just issues with, like, trying to deal with people being stupid with you, you know what I mean? Like, there's times where I get to the point where I'm like, okay, bro, like, that's enough, you know what I mean? But it's like, at the same time, when I'm at that point, I know that I need to walk away and go and collect myself and then come back to the situation, you know what I mean? And if you're getting to that point as a police officer, you should know that you need to call back up and be like, hey, I need another officer here. I am overwhelmed with the situation. You know what I mean? Like, my personal feelings are becoming too much to handle. I need another officer with a fresh pair of eyes and fresh pair of ears. Like, that at that point, you need to become a man and admit that you can't fucking handle it. You know what I mean? Like, at the same time as you say, oh yeah, you're a man, fucking buck up and do it. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's certain things that you just can't fucking do. You know what I mean? No matter how hard you fucking try, you just can't fucking do it. Okay? And it's okay to ask for fucking help. Alright? It's not a fucking foreign thing. I promise you. I promise you it's not a foreign thing. People ask for help a lot. What happens if you get stuck in the mud? You ask a buddy for help, don't you? Be like, hey, bud, you got your 4x4, don't you? Can you come over and pull me out? I'm stuck in the mud, man. Yeah, sure, man. He comes over, helps you out. You know? If not, then fuck. Try and get it out yourself. If you can't, then, I mean, I guess you're stranded. But at the same time, like, you know? Asking for help is not a bad thing. It's how it's how you learn from your mistakes, and it's also how you learn how to fix mistakes. You know what I mean? You can't just fucking sit there and live your whole life behind a whole fucking, oh yeah, I'm a tough guy, I can do everything myself, and then fuck up 90% of the shit you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do a lot of different shit, but you're mediocre at everything you do because you don't want to learn, because you don't ask questions and you don't ask for help.
That's why you don't become an independent person all the time.
Well, it's not like independent person isn't like necessarily like a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like if you can do the things that you know you can do, like fuck yeah, by all means, if you can do most things by yourself, fuck yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's fucking great on you, honestly, because like most people can't. You know what I mean? Like some people don't even know what the fuck, like they take their car to the service place because they don't even know what the fuck they're doing when they look underneath the hood. They have no idea what the fuck any of that shit does. And that to me is weird. You know what I mean? Because when I was a kid, I was taught how to work on the whole car. I know how to take your pistons out and replace them.
Type shit.
Yeah. I have literally torn down so many LS V8s and so many fucking times. Like me and my brother pulled a inline 6 out of a Supra so many fucking times that I would probably rather shoot myself in the foot than do another Supra engine.
Yeah.
Same with Subaru engines. I will never ever do a Subaru engine ever again. Ever again. Head gaskets? No.
Just
No.
get a new engine.
Get a new car. Get a new car. I'm not helping you, bro. Get a new fucking car. I am not helping you. If you can't do it yourself and you don't want to pay a shop, sorry, bud. Not helping you. I'm not. Not going to happen. I would rather go shoot myself in the foot than to work on that car. No thanks. Especially an STI. I would never work on an STI.
No, that's
ever. The amount of stuff on an STI just to fucking get to the head gaskets, let alone to even work on it, is insane.
Yeah.
Because you have to pull the entire block just to change the damn head gasket. You have to pull the entire engine. Because you can't get to it any other way. You literally have to pull the entire engine.
I mean, unless you have the patience to do that kind of thing, then, I mean,
Well,
shit, go for it.
The thing is, the head bolts, right, that hold the head onto the engine are too long to come out. It slaps the side on the wheel well, right? It slaps that area. So you can't pull the bolt out. Right? You can't pull it past where it needs to actually pull the head off at all because it locks up. You know what I mean? You pull it out and you're like, oh, maybe it's far enough out to where you can pull the head off. No. You got to pull the whole engine just to get that one bolt out.
That's stupid.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like you could have just like obviously engineered this 10 times better to make this 10 times easier, but you didn't.
Like, this cat is annoying.
They built the engine and then the car was an afterthought with Subaru. I feel like that's 90% of the time with Subaru. They're like, oh, we built this cool ass fucking killer boxer engine. Now we're gonna design a car to go around it. You know what I mean? Which is cool. That's how they do most, like, really cool, funny cars and shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not what I'm looking for when I'm doing shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a car that's well engineered, that the car body itself was thought about when they were producing the engine on ease of maintenance aspects. Like, ease of maintenance on cars is a big thing. You know what I mean? If I have a car and I'm owning it for a good amount of time, I would like to be able to work on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like doing that small shit, like changing my own oil. Shit like that. Regular maintenance stuff. Love it.
You know how many times I've changed my mom's oil?
Dude, I love changing oil in cars. It's like my own little like my little, I don't know, like my little like dirty boy thing, like is in
Yeah.
like the thing I like to do is in like getting dirty. You know what I mean? Is in like going and doing something that's gonna get you dirty. That's the
Yeah.
only activity where I'm like, fuck yeah, the entire time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I'm going mudding and I get mud all over me, I'm gonna have a bad time because like most of the time
Yeah.
I don't like to be dirty. I don't know what it is, but even if I get like for example when I go to work and I get flour on me, I don't stink, nothing like that, right? But knowing that there is a small amount of flour on me anywhere on my body makes me feel like I stink, I'm dirty, I need to take a shower,
Yeah.
right? That's just how I am. I'm just like one of those
Mhm.
people. If I have something on me, like if I get like, let's say if I'm at work and I get my arm wet and flour sticks to my arm, right?
Mhm.
I immediately go over to the sink, wash it off, and then dry my arm so it doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
Because I can't deal with it. It literally gets to me too quickly. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Plus,
I'm the
it's like,
same way, but if it's like, like motor oil, shit, cologne, fuck it.
for me, it's like I like working on cars because like at the same time of being like, you know, like just a cool thing in general, like to know how to do. At the same time, it's a good money save. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to
Mhm.
go to a fucking shop to have them change your oil, right? You just buy all the oil, all the fucking parts you need. Like, well, obviously all you need is the oil and the oil filter. Because if you change your oil without changing the filter, you are a fucking moron. Okay, just gonna say
Mhm.
that you literally just fucked your entire fucking brand new thing of oil that you just bought. Yeah, buddy, you might as well have just poured your old oil right back into your fucking engine.
Mhm.
Um, because that's what cleans all the contaminants out. Just letting you know, is your oil filter. It cleans all like nasty debris out of your oil and all that shit. So like for example, let's say like I don't know for some weird reason your engine like has a little bit of wear, right? Because it's still in its wear in phase. You know what I mean? Like where the bearings are still getting nice and worn in, everything's all getting like nice and lubricated up and getting all nice and snug. It might have a little bit of metal residue, right? And that gets taken out by the oil filter, right? So
Mhm.
let's say, for example, you go for the first oil change ever in your car. If you do not change the oil filter, you will fuck your entire car. That is not even a
Mhm.
joke. You will literally destroy your car. Because all that metal shavings is going to go straight into your fucking engine because you're filling it with fresh oil that has a lot more viscosity than the old oil that you just previously had in it, which is basically going to make the metal a little bit lighter than it normally would have been. And it's gonna rise up inside that filter, and then you're really fucked.
Mhm.
So just letting you guys know, it's not a great sight to keep your oil filter for more than one oil change. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look on you.
Bro, I
Especially if
saw
it's a
somebody.
performance car.
I saw somebody that was putting a oil filter on.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put oil on the freaking gasket. Nothing. They just put it on there, tightened it way past freaking spec. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. First of all, good luck getting that fucker off, and two, you're stupid.
People
I
amaze me with
mean,
their stupidity sometimes, man. It's like if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? There are shops for a reason. They're for people
yeah, I
like
mean,
you that don't know
you
what the
know the
fuck you're
basic
doing.
concept, but
You know the
there's a
basic
certain thing
concept,
you
but
gotta know.
there's certain things you have to do in order for things to work correctly. Because if you
Yes.
don't seal that gasket with a little bit of oil, fun fact, the gasket will sometimes stick to the engine block, and then you have to clean it all off of there. Second off,
Yeah.
the seal on the O-ring is not going to be sealed correctly, so you're going to be leaking oil the entire time you're driving the vehicle.
Yeah.
Um, and on top of that, uh, let's just say this: if you're not sealed in your oil compartments, basically saying if it's not sealed at that little canister, you're bleeding off oil pressure, and that's going to destroy your main bearings. So,
Mm-hmm.
great job on you. You know, like, come on, man. You guys gotta fucking learn your shit before you just try and do it willy nilly. Like, at least watch a YouTube video or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I will be doing some common sense videos here pretty soon.
On like just
Teaching
everyday things or just random stuff?
teaching common sense, like common things that you should know as a person on how to do and what to do in certain situations when shit isn't doing what you need it to do.
Yeah.
So like I want to help, like, this isn't even a joke, like old people that don't know about technology. I want to be that young grandson that they don't have, right? That teaches them how the fuck to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I love doing that shit. I love teaching people stuff. It's like my weird little thing. I wanted to be a history teacher when I was younger. That's no bullshit. I was really thinking about going into school for being a history teacher, cause like I'm really big into like fucking like medieval history and shit. So if I was into like, if I had like a I don't know, like a class that had like revolved around like just history that was like medieval history, holy shit, I would have a fucking awesome class. Cause like I love that shit. I would dress up for the occasions. Like if we're having like a day where we're talking about Spartans, I would go to school dressed as a fucking Spartan warrior.
Type shit.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously not like fucking like super super decked out. You know what I mean? Like obviously wearing like, you know, shorts instead of like a skirt type thing. But like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like a pair of shorts that are kind of, you know, like floofy a little bit at the bottom, so it kind of looks like, you know, it could be a skirt, but it's just shorts. So it's not like a fucking actual skirt that, you know, you can see underneath and shit. Um, but like, yeah, I think that shit would have been, you know, pretty sick. I like teaching people about stuff, and I like history. Like I love history. Like it's a topic I could talk about for fucking ages. Like also just conspiracy theories in general. Fucking love those because I just like thinking about like the shit that people brew up in their head about random
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I mean? Like the moon landing being fake. That shit makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It actually makes me laugh because like, yeah, I get it. You know, like it kind of is like shitty quality video, and there could be some cables strung up, and they could be in a fucking studio, and they could be this, and they could be that. But the last time I checked, if you have a fucking strong enough telescope, you can